Come on, son, baby. We back. Man, welcome back to Patriots Global here, man. We ain't talking no watch party for the regular season, man. We talking about playoff freaking football, baby. Back in Foxborough, Patriots hosting the LA Chargers. The Chargers facing the largest travel that any team here in the postseason had to suffer. And, of course, also them going from a warm climate into about 30 degrees here currently in New England. They said it feels like about 30, 32. So Stephon Diggs hyping up the Patriots before they take the field here, man, screaming at them. Nobody likes us, but I like us. Play for yourselves. Play for your brothers. Let's go do this thing, baby. Oh, man, I'm fired up, man. Patriots haven't won a playoff game since they won Super Bowl 53. Obviously, the Buffalo Bills won a very, very close one that came down to the absolute wire, but they squeaked that one out. So there's a lot still on the line, but it does look like if the Patriots beat the Chargers, they will be playing the winner of either the Houston Texans or the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, something to watch there. Why did the game just crap out on me? All right, here we go. So it looks like the Patriots are going to be receiving the ball first, meaning that the Chargers will get the ball to start the second half. Drake May, Stephon Diggs, Kayshon Boutte going to start here with the football. Can the Patriots get off to a hot lead? The biggest competitive nature to this game is going to be the Patriots offense up against the Chargers defense. You got Chisholm here with the return. He's going to get back to the 30-yard line, and that's where the Patriots are going to take over. Offensive line is really going to have to protect Drake May in this one. The Chargers pass rush, their front is one of the best in football. They are also 11th in the NFL in sacks, 11th in takeaways, so a very opportunistic defense. Where the Patriots have the advantage, or where they should have the advantage, is going to be their pass rush, their defense up against the Chargers offense. Justin Herbert loves to air the ball out. He can get outside the pocket and rush, but a very bad offensive line, worse in the NFL they're dealing with. That's where the Patriots should win in this game. They're going to give the ball off on first. That's going to be Ramondre Stevenson with a hard run. He's going to get about 5 yards here on first down. So good carry by Mondre on first. Going to need to see the same Ramondre Stevenson we've seen over the last 4 or 5 games. Ramondre coming off of a game where he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week, 7 carries, 131 yards, 3 total touchdowns on the day. That's going to be a 2nd and 4. So that was actually a run of 6 by Ramondre. Stephon Diggs is in motion. Drake drops back, first pass of the game, has time. He's going to hit Stephon Diggs. So first pass of the game goes to the game changer himself, Stephon Diggs. That moves the chains. First down here for the Patriots already. One of the big things to watch, too, is that the Chargers run a lot of zone. That's what the Chargers do with their defense. They are primarily a zone defense. They don't play a lot of man-to-man. Drake May, statistically speaking, is the best quarterback in the NFL up against zone coverage. So do we see Jesse Minter, the defensive coordinator for the Chargers, switch up to man-to-man coverage? Patriots in pony formation. They give this one off to Mondre. Looks like Stevenson trips a little, but nonetheless, he's going to get a gain of a few here on first down. See where they spot this one. Watch Drake May's mobility in this, right? If the pressure starts getting to him, I can see him getting outside the pocket. Really want to see the Patriots utilize his mobility more in the red zone. Really where the Patriots struggle is capitalizing once they do reach the red zone. Unleashing Drake May there has proved to give them at least a little bit of a spark when they did that in the past. So 2nd and 6, that was a gain of 4 by Ramondre. Ramondre on the field again for this one. Drake's going to pass. Drake goes out to Hunter Henry, but Hunter Henry drops this one. Was in the middle of the field. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. That was Jefferson, the defensive back, who came in there for the Chargers to break that one up. As always, guys, keep the chat cordial or a mod will end up putting you in timeout. All right, Stephon Diggs goes to the outside. Ramondre stays on the field. Drake, 3rd and 6. Drake is sacked on 3rd and 6. So what was a promising drive by the Patriots ends up becoming a sack here by Owe, guy they traded for right before the trade deadline, who's been a big piece for the Chargers pass rush, comes up and gets a sack there on Drake on 3rd and 6. So that drop by Hunter Henry just a play before did prove to be pivotal on this one. So the Patriots get 1 first down. They're moving the ball down the field and unfortunately ends with a punt. Going to see where the Patriots defense takes over on this one. That, like I said earlier, that's going to be where the Patriots can win. This one is going to go to the back of the end zone for a touchback, and that's where the Chargers are going to take over. But like I said, where the Patriots can win this game, where they can take over, is from their defense. We knew that the true battle was going to be Patriots offense versus Chargers defense. Where's the Patriots advantage? It's with the Patriots defense going up against the O-line for the Chargers. That is by far ranked 32nd in the NFL. Yeah, that Hunter Henry play, he was open in the middle of the field. Drake tries to throw him a low ball, and just looks like Henry lets that one, bop up and go incomplete. Hunter Henry, maybe a little bit of an emotional game today too, right? He's playing up against his former team that he started his NFL career with. And so is there a little bit of emotions that can make him more motivated, or a little bit of emotions that maybe could put him a little bit of a tick off, something to watch? A skeleton dude, Mr. Grinch himself. As long as you're not, taking personal shots or trolling too bad, then the mods won't block you, man. Just be respectful in the chat. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. Although you haven't been right about a single thing you've said since you've been in the chat, so. Yeah, you said that every single time. Tonight, I'll be right. You've said that every single game, and no game you've been right. I said the Bills will beat the Jags. Well, no, though you said the Bills would beat the Jags. You're a Bills fan. I said the Patriots would beat the Dolphins. Oh, you're a Patriots fan. Don't tell you say that. Come on, man. You can't flex about you being right when it comes to you taking your own team. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. All right, so Chargers are going to take over here. Former player up against former player. Jim Harbaugh, Mike Vrabel, man. Coaching going to be a big factor in this one, too. Which former player is going to come out with the best game plan? Remember, Patriots fans, although we want to win today, we're playing with house money. Nobody expected the Patriots to make the playoffs, let alone host a playoff game. So just remember that. All right, Herbert is going to drop back to pass. Oh, and sells out. That's going to be a first down and a gain of 14. Trying to see who that was, but a Patriot tried to jump in front of the ball. That's Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis went 50-50 on the ball, tried to make a play on the ball and bat it away, jump in front of it, but mistimes it. And Trey Davis, the rookie wide receiver, is able to catch the ball, and it's off to the races. So Carlton Davis sells out to make a play and just doesn't time it correctly, doesn't make the play. Going to fake the handoff here. Justin Herbert has some time, gets outside the pocket. He's going to run for it. Going to get about 9 on this one, so just shy of a first down before he goes out of bounds. So not a single run yet for the Chargers. It's going to be 2nd and inches for Los Angeles. They got their fullback on the field. Maybe the first run, Ladd McConkey in motion. And they are going to hand the ball off. That's Vidal. He's going to get the first down. About a yard or 2 extra. All right, 1st and 10 here for the Chargers. They're at the 45-yard line. Still in their own territory. Patriots say that the Chargers jumped. Flag on the play. That will be a false start, so that's going to back up the Chargers a little bit extra here. It's going to be on the tackle. Now, something to watch here is going to be Amari Hampton, the rookie running back, only practiced 1 day this week. Now, Amari Hampton did say a couple days ago that he was going to be playing in this game, so he is suited up. How much will he be playing? Something to certainly monitor. All right, Herbert's going to pass. He's going to set up a screen to Quentin Johnston. Going to get about 3 yards before he's brought down. So good job by the Patriots defense to rally around that one. They try to get back what they lost with the penalty on first. They get some of it back, though. They're not going to get all of it. Harold Landry also here on the field for the Patriots. So first time we've seen Landry active since that Giants game. So before the Patriots bye week, he's going to be a big factor in this one. Hopefully, he is a lot more healthy than what we've seen. Hasn't really been the same since that Saints game. They gave him some extra rest to try and get prime Harold Landry back for the playoffs. It's going to be 2nd and 12 now for the Chargers. Herbert puts the tight end in motion. Herbert under pressure. Herbert throws the ball, and it's incomplete. So it was under pressure. Tried to throw the ball, and that goes incomplete. That's Christian Ellis. Patriots linebacker gets his hands on that one. Patriots sent an all-out blitz, flushed him outside the pocket, and Herbert had nowhere to go. You had Jalen Hawkins with the safety blitz. Well, you had Barmore and Ellis dropping back into coverage. And Ellis just gets his hand on the pass when Herbert tries to throw it outside the pocket. That's going to be 3rd and 12 now. Patriots are going to rush 4 here. Elijah Ponder, one of the guys off the edge. Herbert protected. That's Gadsden, the tight end for the Chargers. Carlton Davis with the stop. Going to be a few yards short. That is 4th down now for the Chargers. Let's see where exactly they spot this. Will the Chargers go for it? They know they got to be aggressive against the Patriots offense that also likes to go for it. It's 4th and 2 for the Chargers. They are just across the 50. Might just try to draw the Patriots off, so something to watch. Put the running back in motion, and they won't take a timeout, but they will take the flag. So just trying to get the Patriots off sides on that one. The Patriots don't jump. They try a little bit of something special. They put the running back there in motion. But still, great job by the Patriots. That's disciplined coaching right there to make sure they know situational football, just don't jump and give them a free first down. And so they're going to take the delay of game, lose about 5 yards, and they're going to punt this one back to the Patriots. So everybody was freaking out earlier. Oh, the Patriots punt the ball. They only get 1 first down, but Then the Chargers go and they do the exact same thing. This is going to need to be a game where in all three phases, the Patriots play complementary football. Marcus Jones, a huge factor in that one. Can they give him a big return to set up the offense? Marcus doesn't take a fair catch, but Leonard comes down as the gunner for the Chargers and stops Marcus right in his tracks. Patriots are going to be taken over inside the 10, so offense is going to have to go the length of the field against this top 10 Chargers defense, who we talked about it earlier. We talked what they do in terms of sacks, ranking 11th in takeaways too, but the Chargers are ranked top 5 in the NFL in total defense. Now, I will say a lot of the noobs out there, a lot of the Patriots haters with this stupid ass schedule narrative, which also makes no sense, right? Nobody talks about the Broncos schedule this year. Nobody talked about Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills schedule last year, right? But something to keep in mind is a lot of people will try to say the Patriots haven't faced any real defenses. And that, again, is a major difference on, well, you either know football or you don't. And a statement like that clearly shows you don't know football, because the Patriots have played several top 10 defenses in the NFL this season. They've played the Buffalo Bills twice, who were top 10 in the NFL in defense. They played the Saints, who are also top 10 in the NFL in defense. And they also played the Cleveland Browns, who are actually second defense in the NFL in total defense. So Patriots have faced some legit defenses this season. So it's not like they haven't been put in this position before. Will win a playoff game and you shut them up that easy. No, I mean, it is true. You want to shut up the schedule people, you got to go out there and you got to win a playoff game. But I'm just saying, I think a lot of people forget the expectations for the Patriots. Like, even if the Patriots don't win a playoff game, people will say, oh, they were merchants of an easy schedule. It's like, well, okay, how come when the Saints had the easiest schedule in the NFL last year, they didn't have double-digit wins or make the postseason? How come when the Falcons had the easiest schedule in the year prior, they didn't make the postseason and also didn't get to double-digit wins? So I think the narrative that the Patriots' success is all because of their schedule is stupid. And you've had active and even former NFL players, including someone like Kurt Warner, who's very much respected, come out and also say the same thing, that the hate because of the Patriots schedule is one of the dumbest things, one of the dumbest narratives you could throw out there to try and discredit the Patriots. And so, again, year one of a brand new system, over 50% of the roster turned. There's a lot of different factors that go into this. But again, you want to shut everyone up, you got to win this playoff game. They're going to give this one off to Henderson. Henderson's going to be stopped for a loss of 1. The Chargers defense not going to make it easy to get any type of yards against them, especially their run defense. Their run defense is legit. This might be one of those games where Drake May and this passing offense, they're going to have to put it on their backs. Drake drops back. Drake under pressure. Ball's batted. Is it a confirmed interception? Is this confirmed? Did it hit the ground? Did it? Give me the replay. Come on, broadcast. I don't care about guys celebrating. I care about the play. So Tart comes in the interior of the defensive line, going up against Morgan Moses and Michael Onwenu. Drake goes to pass the football. Ball gets batted in the air. And it is a confirmed interception. Ball gets batted in the air by Tart. May was trying to hit Hooper. James drops the football. And another defender for the Chargers is able to pick it up. And not what you want to fear, the Patriots now setting the Chargers up immediately at the 10-yard line. Defense going to have to step up and do its thing. Hopefully try and hold them to a field goal. But a really unfortunate play. Herbert tries to run for it, but he's going to be short of the end zone. It's going to bring up second down. Anthony Jennings brings him down. I think Drake May should have just ran it there, but I mean, he had Hooper open. He tries to get the ball to Hooper, and it's just a perfectly timed play by Tart. If I was May, though, I mean, the interior of the offensive line was wide open. If I was May, I would have just ran there. But Drake tries to not put his body at risk, tries to throw the ball, and just, it's a tip drill. It's a classic tip drill for the Chargers defense at that point. In pony formation, Herbert gives the football off, but he's going to take it himself. Patriots recognize it. Herbert's going to get about 2 or 3 yards, but still be short. Third down, Patriots defense going to have to step up big here. Bend but don't break. Offense puts you in a bad situation, but if the defense can just hold Dicker the kicker to 3 points, the defense is doing its job. Big play here for the Patriots defense. Big play by the Patriots defense. Again, Chargers took over at the 10-yard line. If they can't capitalize in the end zone with a gift like that, Keenan Allen in motion. He's going to drop back. Herbert scanning the field. Herbert going to run. Herbert stopped, though. That's Marcus Jones who comes up with the stop. And what is Harbaugh going to do? It's 4th and goal. Does he stay on the field and try to get the defense offsides again? You're playing up against one of the most prolific offenses in the NFL this year in the Patriots with Drake May, and so you do want to take points when you're able to get them. Let's see. So the Chargers are still on the field. Quentin Johnston in motion. Are they really going to go for this? And they are going to go for a Patriots all-out blitz. Patriots, Herbert off the back foot. That's incomplete. That's incomplete. Christian Gonzalez on the play, and are you kidding me? So the Chargers take a massive gamble, and it doesn't pay off. Patriots send an all-out blitz on 4th and 2 against the Chargers. Herbert was looking for Keenan Allen, Gonzo in coverage, and goes incomplete. So you get this lucky interception if you're the Chargers. Patriots start inside the 10-yard line after a great punt by LA going 3 and out. You get a loss of 1 on the Travion Henderson carry. Drake May tries to hit Austin Hooper. It's tipped in the air, and you take over at the 10-yard line, and you, the Chargers, walk away with 0 points on that drive. That is absolutely absurd. You should have taken the points. Should have taken the points. So now that interception is essentially negated. Now the Patriots are going to have to go the length of the field on this one yet again due to the turnover on downs. But what a gamble by the Chargers. Offense is going to have to step up and do his thing now, though. You know, so far through 2 drives, you went 1 first down and then punt, and then you went 2 plays interception. Man, I can't believe they gambled on that one. I mean, this Chargers offense, like I like Herbert. I like some of the players. You know, I like Vidal. I like Amari and Hampton, Keenan Allen, Ladd McConkey, but just given the state of that offensive line, I don't know why they think that when you're gifted an interception and you're starting at the 10-yard line, why you believe that you should go for it on a 4th and 2. No, you have maybe the best kicker in the NFL in Dicker the kicker. Take the lead. Score the first points of this game. Take the 3 points. I don't understand that one, man. That was a rough drive. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the Patriots' advantage. The Patriots' defense against the Chargers' offense. That's New England's advantage in this game. But the offense is going to have to play a lot better than what we've seen so far. Ramondre Stevenson in the Patriots' end zone. Drake's going to drop back to pass. Drake hits Ramondre. Ramondre bounces it back. Ramondre, go, go. He's off to the races. Ramondre gets down at the 50-yard line. Huge run by Ramondre Stevenson on first down, starts in the Patriots end zone and takes it to the 50-yard line. Wow. Drake May changes the play at the line and takes the check down to Ramondre for 50. Patriots give the ball off here to Travion Henderson. Is going to get about 4 or 5 yards here. Wow, what a play by Ramondre Stevenson. Just like that, one play makes the difference. All right, they're going to fake the handoff there to Henderson. May under pressure. May's just going to run for it. May trips, slides with his head first. He'll be just shy of the first. So they fake the handoff to Henderson. May flushes outside the pocket. Nothing open. Bounces it back to the left. Sees nothing open and runs for it. Third and inches. They give this one off again to Ramondre Stevenson. That's a first down for the Patriots. So fresh set of downs here for New England. Drake May currently 2 of 4 for 55 yards and an interception. They're going to give this one off to Ramondre, who takes it out to the right side. It's a good run. He's going to get past the 30, shy of a first down. It's going to be second and short. Jared Wilson, the Patriots starting left guard, taking over for Ben Brown. That was one of the discussions heading into this one. What do they do at left guard? Ben Brown has been looking good. Jared Wilson, though, wearing a Guardian cap. We're not really used to seeing him wear that. So maybe with some of these injuries, he's like, maybe I should start protecting my head and throw on one of those Guardian caps. All right, it's 2nd and 4. They're at the 29-yard line. May's going to throw with touch. And Stephon Diggs just drops the football. Maybe knew the defender was on his back and was too worried about taking a hit. But as they say, you're going to get hit anyway. You might as well catch the football. And Diggs just drops it. May hits him with touch. It would have been a first down, and Diggs just... Everyone's saying it's high. I'd have to go back and look at the replay that they're not giving. But 3rd and 4, Patriots already in field goal range. Drake gives the handoff to Mondre. That's going to be back. Oh, trickery. Efton Chisholm. Oh, my God. Tried to set up the trick play on 3rd and 4. Drake hands it off to Ramondre Stevenson. Stevenson gives it off to Efton Chisholm, and Efton Chisholm tries to hit Drake May down the field. May's wide open, and Chisholm just floats it over May's head. May was wide open. The play was perfect. The execution just wasn't there. The throw by Chisholm way too high. It's 4th and 4 for the Patriots. Well, don't go for it. Why are we going for it? Go for the 3. Patriots going for it. May. Oh, go for it. I like it. Kyle Williams, first down. Kyle Williams comes up with a clutch play on 4th and 4. So the Chargers tried going for it earlier and couldn't get it. But the Patriots can. And Drake May trusting his rookie wide receiver in a massive moment. And the Patriots capitalized, man. Oh, I loved that double pass there. And, man, it just didn't execute. That would have been one for the highlight reels if it worked. Come on, Chiz. Come on, Chiz. Drake May drops back to pass. He's under pressure. Drake May taken down. That's Tuipulotu who comes off the edge. And Drake May now sacked 2 times already in the first quarter. He was going up against Jared Wilson and just completely misses his block. Jared Wilson just watches Tuipulotu just walk right past him. Wilson bummed up on that one. 2nd and 18, 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Drake drops back. Drake's looking for Efton Chisholm, makes up for the missed pass earlier. First down for the Patriots. So Drake May and Efton Chisholm, the connection continues, man. Efton Chisholm making at least one of those big catches per game and already makes a big one to end the first quarter in a fresh set of downs for New England, man. Let's go. So Efton Chisholm, I was hard on you for the terrible pass a couple plays earlier, but you made up for it on that one. You want to really make up for it? Get in the damn end zone right now. Capitalize and get into the damn end zone. Great play there by Efton Chisholm to adjust, make the defender slip, and get the first. Get in the end zone, baby. Chisholm got that Edelman energy. Edelman would have completed that pass, okay? Edelman would have completed that pass, but Chisholm's a rookie. I'll give him a little bit of slack for that one. All right, I'll give him a little bit of slack. Jared Wilson getting killed in pass protection. Now, he was going up against Tuipulotu, who is a very, very good edge rusher. He's actually one of the best edges in pressure this season. But, damn, if Wilson's going to struggle this much, put Ben Brown back in, dog. Put Ben Brown back in, dog. If we're going to do this all game long, hell no. This is also true. Edelman was a quarterback. Chisholm wasn't. This is true. I think that was probably one of my biggest under the radar questions about this roster coming into the season. And I said this too, guys, when Josh McDaniels was hired. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, in the offseason when Josh McDaniels was hired here, I said, okay, we're going to see at some point this season an attempt at Drake May catching a pass. Who's going to throw him the ball? Because they always have a former quarterback on this team that can throw the ball, right? Like when Jacoby Myers was here, it was Jacoby. Before that, it was Julian Edelman. We had Kendrick Bourne do it at times. Who on this roster do you trust to throw a pass? I don't know. I don't really trust anybody on this roster from a receiving standpoint to throw the ball. So maybe in the offseason, the Patriots pick up a player who's a former quarterback just for this specific package. Brady should have caught that Edelman pass in the Super Bowl. Hey, man. Too soon. Richie Fresh, Colby, my boy. Good luck tonight, brother. Man, I appreciate you. I was watching that Jags game. I didn't know who I wanted to win that game. I had a thought on who I would win, but I don't know who I wanted to win that game. So, congratulations to the Bills nonetheless. They're going to be taking on the Denver Broncos. Honestly, I think it probably is. Let's say the Patriots win this game. It's probably the best that they don't play the Jags next week. Best case scenario, Patriots win this game and they play the Pittsburgh Steelers next week. Best case scenario. But Broncos and Bills, that's going to be a fun rematch from last year, man. All right, 1st and 10 at the 11 for New England. Ramondre goes outside. Drake's going to pass, goes empty. Drake is going to run for this one. Nothing there. He's going to get about 2 yards before he goes out of bounds. Tom Brady comes in with a $3 donation and says, we wanted Stevenson cut. Now he's playing amazing. Absolutely. I mean, that's why you got to kind of see how a player evolves throughout the season, because football is what have you done for me lately. Ramondre was rough in the beginning of the year, but man, ever since that bye week, he has turned it on. And actually, since week 15, he's been one of the most effective running backs in the National Football League. So, fighting to stay here in New England, that's for sure. Patriots at the 9-yard line. They're going to give this one off to Ramondre. Ramondre! Strong legs, good carry. It's going to bring up third down, though. That's Benjamin St. Juste who comes up with the stop. Let's see where they spot. It's going to be 3rd and 4 for the Pats. Again, Patriots struggle inside the 10. So let's see those legs get going for Drake May. Right, 3rd and 4. Does this become 2-down territory for the Pats? Henry comes in. Drake drops back. Not rushing a lot here. Drake under pressure. Throws back at the end zone. Nothing was there. So the Chargers on that play, they only rush a couple of guys. They drop everybody back into coverage. Drake looked like he was going to try to run for it. Chargers started to bite on him. He had nowhere else to go. 4th and 4. If I'm the Patriots, I'm kicking the field goal on this one. Just get your first points of the game, but those red zone offense struggles continue. They're going to send out Andy to get 3 points, and the Patriots will get it. So automatic Andy with the first points of the game. When you get down to the 5-yard line, you really kind of wish that you could get that thing in for 7, but nonetheless, Patriots get the first points of the game. And that's all that matters, man. So defense going to have to continue to do its job. It's going to be one of those games where Patriots are playing up against such a good defense that they're not going to make it easy. The Chargers defense will not make it easy on Drake May and this Patriots offense. And I'll tell you, man, defense going to have to come up big. It looked like on that 3rd down play, Drake May was telling somebody to come back. So Drake May got outside of the pocket. The Chargers only rushed like 3 guys on that play. Everybody else dropped back into coverage. And again, you see Drake May look like he's going to run for it, try to get into the end zone, and then a couple Chargers bite down on him, and so he ends up running back, tries to create time, telling somebody to come back, and then unfortunately just runs out of time, has to throw it through the back of the end zone to live to see another down. All that for a field goal. Hey, better than the Chargers, who did all that for nothing. Keep in mind, too, that this drive for the Patriots, like, yes, you obviously want to capitalize in the end zone. Don't get me wrong, but that drive started at the 2-yard line. That started on the Patriots' own 2-yard line, and they still drove down the field against this defense and got points. Like, again, you start at the 5-yard line. Like, you need to capitalize, but they went the length of the field. So interesting tweet here from Evan Lazar. He says that the Chargers played man coverage on that 3rd down play we saw. So again, they rushed 3 guys. They dropped everybody back there into man coverage. You saw that Drake had nowhere to go. And right now, the Chargers are at 33.3% man coverage throughout their first 3 drives, which is interesting because they only play about 19% man coverage overall throughout the regular season. So it looks like the Chargers understand against Drake May, you got to play more man than zone, and that's what they've switched up to doing. What happened to Hollins? He's down with an abdomen injury, so Patriots placed him on the injured reserve. Soonest he can come back would be the AFC Championship game. Make sure you guys slam the like button if you haven't already. Completely free, takes less than a second. Helps support the channel tremendously. All right, let's see. Chargers are going to return this one. Schooler's down there. Nice hit by Brendan Schooler, who had a blocker on him, but still makes the play. The former All-Pro with a nice hit on that one. All right, chat. I'm going to kick it to you guys. Who do you think gets the first sack for the Patriots? Who gets the first sack? I'm going to say the first sack is, I feel like it'd be poetic if it was Harold Landry, but I'm going to say Caleb on Chason. Milton Williams would be nice, though. All right, they're going to give the ball off here, and that's going to be a stop behind the line. That's Craig Woodson who comes up to stop the run for a loss. So the rookie, Craig Woodson out of Cal, comes up for a loss of 1. And that was Amari in Hampton, too. So rookie on rookie. 2nd and 11 now for the Chargers. Ladd McConkey in motion. Herbert drops back to pass. Herbert has some time. Herbert pressured now. He's going to hit Ladd McConkey. That's Marcus Jones one-on-one with him. So Chargers get a first down after a gain of 19. So Chargers offensive line did well blocking on that one, and Ladd McConkey just hits an out route on that one. One-on-one against Marcus Jones. No one over the top to help him. So Chargers peeking the 50-yard line on this one. They're going to hand this one off. That's Vidal. Only going to get about 2 or 3 yards here. We'll see where they spot it. Herbert right now is 4 of 6 for 47 yards. Keenan Allen in motion. He's going to get this one out to, that's Keenan Allen. Marcus Jones comes up with the stop. Keenan Allen just slides and the ball kind of just hits him on the ground. Nobody touches him, though, so it's a catch. So it's another first down for the Chargers. So the Chargers are across the 50-yard line now, 44. Herbert switching up the play here. Herbert's going to hand the football off. That's Vidal. That's another first down for the Chargers. So defense going to have to play bend but don't break yet again. Fullback comes up, stops Jack Gibbons. That's really what helps spring Vidal. And Craig Woodson is the first one there to meet him, yet again to make the stop. So when your last line of defense, when your safeties are the first ones to make contact, that's a problem. Patriots are going to send 4 here. Herbert's going to fake the handoff. He's going to go out to Fisk. Going to be just shy of another first. All right, 2nd and 3 for the Chargers. They're across the 30. Going to need to get past the 25 for a first. 2nd and 3. Herbert gives the football off. That's going to be Vidal. Patriots had him, but then he spins around. Will he get the first if there's a flag on the play? Looks like there's going to be a face mask. That's going to be... And that is a face mask. That's... Who is that? That's Ellis with the face mask. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down because of the face mask on Christian Ellis. They said maybe there was another flag, but they only call one. Patriots not getting pressure up against a terrible offensive line for the Chargers. Certainly concerning. Chargers are now at the 11-yard line. Ladd McConkey in motion. They're going to give the football off up the middle. Vidal again. Going to get to the 10-yard line on this one, man. Second and 7 now for the Chargers. All right, 2nd and 7 is going to fake the handoff. Herbert is looking to run. Herbert throws the ball. It's going to be Fisk, but he's going to be just shy of the first down. So Herbert going to run for it. Patriots bite down on him. Tosses it off to Fisk, but Fisk makes the adjustment, then slips. Mike Vrabel yelling at the refs about something before that play. I'm not entirely sure what he's yelling about, but didn't like something he saw. That's 3rd and 2 now for the Chargers. Going to give this one off. Vidal and the Patriots stop him on 3rd and 2 yet again. So yet again, the Patriots' red zone defense comes up big. Bend but don't break defense for New England coming up major in this one. And the Chargers are going to kick the field goal to tie the game. They can't punch it into the end zone. Huge stop by this Patriots defense. And this game is all tied up now 3-3. Again, for the Patriots to win this one, if they can just start getting the ball into the end zone, they can win this game. All you got to do is score more points in the Chargers offense. And you can do that, but you got to actually capitalize in the end zone more often than not. You can't win this game by just going 3-3-3-3 because the Chargers can do the exact same thing. You got to get into the end zone. Huge stop. Good red zone stops on both sides. Even game. Just make no more mistakes. Yeah, that interception. That interception, which obviously ended up doing nothing when it was all said and done, but you got lucky with that one, right? You got lucky that you didn't have that end up being 3 points or even 7 points for their offense that could have given them the lead here. Hey, man, this is the playoffs. This is the playoffs, baby. This ain't no regular season. You know, you don't be expecting blowouts. These are the best teams in the league going stack for stack. It's you win or you go home. You compete for the Lombardi or your season's done. You're not playing football for the next several months, baby. Nope, not until September comes along. So you got two teams fighting up against each other with everything that they got. This is playoff football, man. Gonna be competitive. You see, now that's a good Bills fan right there. That's a good Bills fan. I respect that. I respect that. So, Patriots still haven't gotten a sack yet in this game, yet Drake May's already been sacked twice. All right, let's see what this offense can do. Right now, I feel like the offense just needs to settle down. You had Hunter Henry with the drop. You had Stephon Diggs with the drop. Those are Drake May's two go-to guys with Matt Collins out of the game. And so these guys need to be better catching the football. Run game's doing its thing. Oh, Efton Chisholm with a little hurdle there in the return game. Nice little return there by Chisholm. But I feel like the run game's doing its thing. Run game has to continue to do its thing. Pass game, we need some more consistency. All right, 1st and 10. Patriots are taking over. 27-yard line. Drake drops back. Drake has time, takes the check down to Henderson. Henderson puts his head down. Get about 9 yards on that one. So Travion Henderson, second most among rookies with 10 total touchdowns and 1,132 scrimmage yards. So second in inches. You got Jack Westover and Henderson in the backfield. Patriots are going for the tush push. All right. Little quarterback sneak on that one, and Drake May gets it. So fresh set of downs here for New England. That's low-key been a staple here for the Patriots offense this season is, you know, those 2nd and short, 3rd and short situations. They love to run that quarterback sneak. All right, Jack Westover and Henderson still on the field. Hunter Henry coming in motion. May's going to give this one off to Henderson. Henderson gets about 3. I love Henderson. What a steal he's been, man. Yeah, getting him in the 2nd round where the Patriots did. I really thought that, like, the Denver Broncos were going to take him, you know, back end of the 1st, and they didn't. I was a little bit surprised by it. Where's Brooke at? Facts, man. We haven't seen Brooke yet. They're going to fake the handoff to Henderson. May's going to run. May's going to get the 1st and then slide. So fresh set of downs for the Patriots. Drake fakes the handoff, flushes outside the pocket, and runs on a 2nd and 7. So finally using Drake's legs a little bit. Sees nothing open, a defender's in his face. Nothing but green ahead. And just runs for it. And that's the dual threat ability that you're getting with Drake May. Drake May's at 4 rushes for 17 yards right now. Diggs is in motion. The Patriots are now across the 50-yard line. Henderson still in the backfield. Drake May seeing Derwin James looking like he's going to blitz, and he will. And that's going to be incomplete. So Drake May did call out Derwin James. Said, hey, number three's blitzing. Watch number 3. Henderson, though, just doesn't pick him up. And Derwin James just comes right in unblocked in Drake May's face. And May has to just make a quick decision. So incomplete there on first. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10. All right, Diggs yet again in motion. A lot of motion for the Patriots, who are in pony formation. May goes outside to Kayshon Boutte. Strong catch by Kayshon Boutte, who climbs the ladder, but that's still going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and short for the Pats. 3rd and 5, so maybe 3rd and medium. So Patriots just need about 5 yards here for another first. Need a little bit extra here for field goal range. They're at about the 44-yard line. 3rd and 5. Drake drops back. He's under pressure. He bobbles off the hands of Ramondre Stevenson, who looks like even if he caught it, that would have been just short, but maybe moves the ball a little bit closer to maybe attempt a field goal. Would be long, but I mean, given where you're at after that incomplete pass, I don't see why you'd attempt that. Felt like the Patriots were driving on that one, and unfortunately, the Patriots will be punting on 4th and 5. Bryce Behringer trying to pin him deep. That ball's soaring in the air right now, and that's a good punt. That's going to be down to inside the 10. So the Chargers had a good punt earlier on. Patriots went down the field. Bryce Behringer now pins the Chargers down at the 8, and that's where they're going to take over. Great punt. Great job by the coverage unit, too, and making sure they got down the field. Because that thing looked like it was going to bounce back for a minute until they caught it. Missing Gibson for those dump offs for sure, man, dude. They miss Gibson a lot more than I think people realize. Antonio Gibson was one of the best running backs in 2024, believe it or not. Even though the Patriots were a 4-win team, he was one of the best running backs in forced missed tackles and yards after contact during the 2024 season. So, I mean, even if you want to talk about what you're missing on special teams with Antonio Gibson, I thought that, yes, he's running back 3 on this depth chart, but I think we're seeing that running back 3 is a very important piece to this team nonetheless. And he would have had a big underrated role if obviously he didn't get injured. Let's see. Brian comes in here and says, remember, guys, we need to have realistic expectations. This is not going to be a blowout. We have a lot of first-time playoff jitters, and at the end of the game, we win by 3 points. So it looks like Brian thinks here that Patriots will still win by 3 points. And I completely agree. Like I said earlier, this is a playoff game. This isn't a regular season game. You're not going to win these games by blowouts. Like if you're in a playoff game and you win by multiple possessions, that's actually considered impressive. So again, this is the playoffs. You either win or you go home. These teams are going to leave everything on the line. I think the other thing too, have realistic expectations and understanding that what were your expectations for the Patriots heading into the year? Because I guarantee you, your expectations were not to win a playoff game. In fact, most of our expectations weren't even to make the playoffs. So the Patriots are playing with house money right now, and you're going to have haters in the chat like we already see. with Mr. Grinch himself, who are going to try and find reasons to hate the Patriots, right? Try to find excuses for their success. But the truth is that no matter what happens here today, the future for the Patriots is bright, and that's scary. Patriots get the blitz on Herbert, and they bring him down to the ball. Come out. Let's see. Is this a fumble? Patriots send a cornerback blitz. So they send the Carlton Davis blitz. Anthony Jennings and Davis in the face there of Herbert. So they're actually going to call that an incomplete forward pass, which doesn't look like a forward pass at all. It looks like Herbert just tosses the football to the ground. I mean, nonetheless, the Patriots didn't recover. Corey Durden should have had that football. But I don't know. I mean, Herbert just flicks the wrist forward. All right. Nonetheless, 2nd and 10. I mean, that should have been a loss, though, nonetheless. So that actually does affect the Patriots. Herbert gets outside after the pressure. Keenan Allen looks like he's going to get a first. And they will after the push. Love how the ref decided not to blow the whistle until after he got the first. All right, you got Barmore, Durden on the field with Landry and Chase on. Got the pressure. Vidal Ellis brings him down. We'll see where they brought him down. Did he go out of bounds during the first initial contact, or does he get a couple of extra? They will be down at the 27-yard line. Thank God Christian Ellis has that speed to have brought down Vidal, because looked like Chason tried to sell to drop or to jump to bat the pass down and wasn't successful. So Vidal just went one-on-one there with Ellis. So 2 minutes left here before halftime. This game's still 3-3. Feels like whoever wins this one's going to come down to, all right, which team made the better halftime adjustments? Damn, George Kittle with a torn Achilles. That sucks. no matter what, this game will go into halftime as a close game. I'd say New England fans don't need to worry, even if it's 10-3. Keep in mind the Chargers do get the football to start the second half. So the last thing you want is that, they score points on this drive and then they score points coming out of halftime. And now you're in this large deficit where you're forced to start passing the football and become one-dimensional. And I think that's exactly what Mike Vrabel's thought process is right now is, it's tied right now, but you don't want to be down 10 points. You don't want to be down 14 points to start the third quarter. All right, 2 minutes still left. 2nd and 1 for the Chargers. Vidal is going to be stopped. Craig Woodson and Christian Ellis were the ones there. So Craig Woodson been absolutely pivotal for the Patriots in defending the run today. 3rd and 1. They're going to try to sneak it. Mark comes in, looks shy to me. And that is going to be short. So that is going to be 4th down and inches for the Chargers. What do they decide to do? They're in their own territory. Herbert definitely shy. So they're going to review that one. So it doesn't look like Herbert got it. And if that's the case, it's going to bring up 4th and inches. The Chargers are still in their own territory. And so that's really risky if they decide to go for it. Can they call offsides on a replay? No. You can't go back later and be like, oh my gosh, that we got a penalty. Like, no. You got to call the penalty in real time or you can't throw a flag. The Chargers could be aggressive and still go for it, though. I mean, I wouldn't. I think that's way too aggressive given where they are on the field. Because if they don't get it and the Patriots take over, like that's easy points for the Pats immediately. So they're giving the Chargers the first. I don't agree with this. Patriots defense better be pissed off because I think they just gave him a free first down. Herbert going to get this one out to Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen going to spin around. Before he goes down, he'll be shy of a first by just about 2 or 3 yards. Chargers running hurry-up offense. That's 2nd and 3. Herbert drops back to pass. That's Milton Williams, who comes in with a little bit of help from Christian Barmore, and that's the first sack of the game. So, Pats Nation, if you had Milton Williams as the first sack of the game, you would be correct. You would be correct. And Milton Williams really just gets Justin Herbert down with one hand. And Barmore makes sure that he's down on the ground afterwards. Harbaugh doesn't like it that he's getting hit in the head. Well, Harbaugh, I don't want to hear it. You got a free first down, my guy. Yeah, and so this is not why they got a free first down. That's has nothing to do with it. Third and 11. Chargers going to have a big play here to convert. That's a long 3rd and 11. Carlton Davis potentially dealing with an injury. Something to watch. Herbert gets sacked again. Caleb Chason going to be credited with that one. So Caleb Chason doesn't get the first sack, but we said, Caleb Chason, Milton Williams with the first sack. Nah. Ultimately ends up being Milton Williams. A play later, Caleb Chason comes up with the sack. So Herbert sacked on back-to-back plays on this one. Really more of a technicality sack for Caleb Chason. Herbert kind of goes down, and then Chason's the one that touches him first, so he's credited with the sack. Looks like Herbert tried to cut it back and then fell. So Chason will be credited with that, but that's back-to-back sacks nonetheless. Patriots going to get the football back here. Not a whole lot of time, though. One timeout still left for New England. But nonetheless, great job by the Patriots preventing any type of points for the Chargers before halftime. Marcus Jones is going to field this and get down to the 45-yard line. So a bad punt. 31 seconds and a timeout. So at the very least get into field goal range here for the Pats. Hey, man, still Christmas. You better watch before you piss off one of these mods too much, dog. I can't help you if a mod puts you in timeout. So 31 seconds. The Patriots have done really, really well in their 2-minute drills this season. Even when they've had time. I mean, last week they had a 2-minute drill with under 30 seconds and 0 timeouts, and they got themselves into field goal range for 3 points. All right, Drake drops back. Drake hits the middle of the field, and nobody there tried to hit Diggs. Just not on the same page. 2nd and 10. All right, Drake drops back. Drake's going to run. Drake's still going to run. Drake's taking off. Drake's going. Get the block. Get the block. He gets brought down inside the 20. Pats have to take the timeout here. What a run by Drake May. Fresh set of downs and 8 seconds. Vrabel wants more time, and they should have more time. That should be like 10 seconds. That gives them time for 1 or 2 plays before they have to go for the field goal. Everything has to stay in bounds. Oh, what a play by Drake. You're backed up behind the 50-yard line, and your quarterback, nothing but green ahead of him, gets some blockers up front and gets you down to 20, 25-yard line. So they're actually putting 16 seconds on the clock. So Vrabel took that timeout even sooner than I knew. So Patriots have a few opportunities to take shots into the end zone here. Everything has to be out of bounds, though, because they can't have anything inbounds with no timeouts left. Drake drops back. Drake takes a shot, throws it to the back of the end zone, doesn't like what he saw. So just live to see another down. Big thing, too, is that Drake can't waste any time. So you don't want to sit back there and is something there, is something not there, and then the ball goes incomplete, and now you've used up all your time. So 11 seconds left. The clock is stopped. They're going to take another shot here. Might even have one more opportunity after this. We'll see how much time they use. Pop Douglas in motion. That's who May was trying to go on the play to previously. Drake drops back, 2nd and 10. May throws this one out of bounds also. All right, Andy Borgalis is going to come out, and they're just going to end up kicking this one. So it looked like on those two plays, some Patriots fans might not like it, but on those plays, if you don't like what you're seeing, you can't hang on to the ball for too long, or the clock ends up expiring. And you don't want to have an incomplete pass in bounds, clock expires. You don't want to use up too much time, the clock expires. So give yourself 2 opportunities to pass the ball. If nothing's there, just kick it out or throw it out of bounds, stop the clock, just like Drake did. So the Patriots do take the lead before halftime. So great job by the defense to make sure that the Chargers don't put up any type of points before halftime, and more specifically for the Patriots to put up points of their own and take the lead before halftime. So really, really great job by the Pats. 2 seconds left. Chargers will get the football back, but got to imagine this one just takes us into halftime. So a lot of football to still be played in a very, very close, low-scoring game. Both of these offenses, not really a whole lot there in the passing game, which is why I think it's been stalling out as much as it is. Two teams who have had to essentially run the football the entire game. I think the Chargers have had more success passing the football. They've gotten down the field more than the Patriots, but Patriots defense playing a lot of bend but don't break. Patriots passing offense, though, they're going to have to figure it out, man. If they're going to get into the end zone, you have to be able to pass the football. And right now, just not getting enough of that. So, I mean, hey, we saw a pretty rough half by the Patriots last week against Miami. They came out at halftime, and Vrabel said something to them, and they were firing on all cylinders. Whatever Vrabel has left in his chest box, better unleash it for the team. They're going to need a good second half. All right, kickoff's going to go in the end zone. The Chargers will take this one out, trying to make something happen. And he's going to go down after a slip, and that's going to take us to halftime. So a lot of football to still be played, man. Mike Vrabel saying that one of the big adjustments the team has to make is getting pressure. They've put him in second and long situations, but got to do better with the pressure, which I completely agree with. I mean, I'm looking at this defense right now, and look, I know that the edge rushers aren't great, but you got Christian Barmore, you got Milton Williams. This team should be better at getting pressure, and they're not. And going up against one of the worst offensive lines, actually the worst offensive line currently in the NFL, you got to be better. You got to be better at getting pressure, because if you win this game and, let's say you end up playing the Broncos or you end up playing the Bills at some point this postseason, like those are two teams with top tier offensive lines and good quarterbacks. And, especially when it comes down to the Buffalo Bills, great offensive line, great quarterback. And if you can't get that pressure on them, it's not going to matter. And right now, they're just not showing that. 2 sacks, but got to do better at making sure when you force Justin Herbert outside the pocket, they are getting him down, because there's too many times that they're allowing him to extend plays or take off with his legs, and what should be resulted as a sack ultimately ends up being a gain. Got to start putting them in uncomfortable situations that they're not able to convert on. Putting them in third and long situations, when the Patriots have been able to do that, the Chargers aren't converting, right? Because they don't have the offense to be able to convert on third and longs. In fact, let's look at some of these stats. So at halftime, Justin Herbert is 10 of 13 for 93 yards and a 96 overall rating. The Patriots are doing well at stopping the run. Amari and Hampton, 1 carry, -1 yards. Vidal is 7 carries, 19 yards, 2.7 yards per carry. Herbert is 5 carries, 18 yards. But, I mean, you got Keenan Allen, 25 yards. Ladd McConkey, 20 yards. Trey Harris, 14 yards. So he's spreading the football out when he is passing. But as for the Patriots passing offense, it's not there, right? Drake May is 6 of 15 for 95 yards, 0 touchdowns. That interception, sacked 2 times, and a 34 rating. Now, Drake May does also lead the Patriots in rushing yards. 5 carries, 55 total yards. Ramondre Stevenson, 5 carries, 25 yards, averaging 5 yards per carry. And Henderson, 3 carries, 7 yards, 2.3 yards per carry. So I'd like to see them give the football off a little bit more to Ramondre Stevenson to try to help open up the play action game and open up the overall passing offense, because Ramondre's getting it going. Drake May is getting it going on the ground. That's how the Patriots are going to win this game and get their offense really vamped up in the second half, is by utilizing Drake May's legs, getting him outside the pocket, utilizing him as a threat in the rushing attack. And the same thing there with Ramondre Stevenson, because if you're just going to sit back there and you're going to pass, right now it's just not there. And part of that is because of drops, right? We saw Stephon Diggs with a drop in the first half. We saw Austin Hooper, or not Hooper, but Hunter Henry with a drop. And so, those two playmakers, the go-to guys for Drake May, haven't exactly been there yet either. Your leading receiver is Ramondre Stevenson with 48 yards, and that came on 1 play. Afton Chisholm is second for you, and he's 1 target, 1 reception, 20 yards. Stephon Diggs, I mean, he's been targeted 4 times, 1 reception, 7 yards. Kayshon Boutte, 1 target, 1 reception, 4 yards. Hunter Henry targeted 1 time, 0 reception. Let's see some more 12 personnel. Let's see Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper on the field more. I mean, this is a defense in the Chargers that struggles up against tight ends, and we're not utilizing Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper more. I don't understand that. So, but all right, y'all, I'm going to go grab another water bottle. Let's prepare for the second half. It's play better or go home, man. It's play better or go home. All right, y'all. Let's ball. Let's ball, baby. All right, y'all. But real quick, before we get into the second half here of the game, let's get rid of this. Ramondre Stevenson heating up. You guys are going to have to wait for that segment. You guys are going to have to wait. That video's dropping later on this week. But real quick, want to give a big shout out to our sponsors of the video. That's our good friends over at Kalshi. Right now, we're looking at the Pro Football Champion, also known as who is going to win this year's Super Bowl. Right now, the favorite is the Seattle Seahawks, with 24% of people taking them, and then the Rams at second with 19% of people taking them. The Bills are in third, the Denver Broncos are at fourth, and our New England Patriots are at fifth. 10% of people are taking our New England Patriots. And so if you're a Patriots fan and you believe that the Patriots can win this year's Super Bowl, right now you can make some serious cash on that line with our good friends over at Kalshi. Right now, pinned in the live chat. Go ahead, check out their website, check out their mobile app. Have a little bit of extra fun in this NFL postseason. Remember that supporting the sponsors is supporting the channel. It's the best way at supporting the channel, because we wouldn't be able to be doing this full-time, giving you guys free content if it wasn't for our sponsors taking care of us. So if you guys want to have some extra fun, you guys want to support the channel, the best way of doing so is going ahead by clicking that link, downloading Kalshi, and checking out some of their odds. They got some really cool things too. They don't just have the Super Bowl, but they have MVP, Coach of the Year. They have lines such as, will it rain tomorrow? Will it snow tomorrow? Celebrities, politics, entertainment, everything in between. And the cool part about Kalshi is that you're not playing up against a computer. You're not playing up against Kalshi themselves. You're playing up against real people with their own real thoughts and opinions on these same lines. So in my personal opinion, I love playing things where I get to go up against actual people, because I feel like it's my knowledge against theirs. And shoot, I'm going to take my knowledge 10 out of 10 times. But guys, they're available in every single state. And if you're wrong, Kalshi won't make a single cent off of you. But link below, go ahead and check them out. Let's go and let's get back here as we gear on up for the second half. There we go. Maybe do a little bit of a Q&A up until the game comes back on. If the Pats win, you don't want to play the Texans. I know that much. Yeah, man, that defense is like crazy. I would love to see where the Texans defense ranks over like the last decade, because they got to be up there, man. That defense has to be up there. You know, like, and for me personally, looking at this game, if you've only scored, I mean, there's a whole half of football, but if you're the Patriots and you've only scored 6 points, that's 2 field goals at halftime. And this is against the Chargers defense that, like we said, easily a top 10 defense in the NFL, right? They are top 5 in total defense. Very good Chargers defense the Patriots are playing against. But the Texans have a better defense, and they're more aggressive. And so when you're going up against a harder defense, what's that going to look like too? The Texans have stopped teams like, who did they stop? They stopped the Bills earlier this season. Who else? They played another very good team and won. See what other teams they've beat. So the Texans have also beat, let's see. Well, they beat Baltimore. Is that really a huge flex? I mean, they beat the San Francisco 49ers. They beat the Jags. They beat the Bills. They beat the Colts. They beat the Chargers, right? I mean, the Texans are on a winning streak right now. And so I think that their offense isn't as good as the Chargers, but their defense is better. And if the Patriots can only score, let's say, 10 to 17 points against Houston, Houston's offense is good enough to score that amount of points also. So, yeah, if you're a Patriots fan, you certainly don't want to play the Texans. That is a scary, scary matchup. If you win this game, you're really, really rooting for Pittsburgh to pull off that upset. Defense wins championships, man. Drake May, 95 yards here at halftime. Herbert's at 93. But keep in mind, too, Drake May also has 52 rushing yards, most in any half in his career. And so the MVP was already voted for, so whatever happens in the postseason doesn't matter. Also, if you look at Matthew Stafford was playing like buns in the first half and then looked better in the second half. So I guess hashtag know your ball. All right. Chargers going to return the ball here. They're going to get down to the... See where they put this. Jim Harbaugh saying that they got to give Herbert that extra tenth of a second. They got to give him a little bit of extra time to throw the ball, and they feel like if they'll be able to do that, they'll be able to give their playmakers opportunities to go make plays on the ball. They said from a defensive standpoint, they just want to get Drake May on the ground more. So something to watch up. Maybe they dial up that pass rush a little bit more. First down. They're going to give this one off to Vidal. It's going to be a gain of 3 after the Chargers started at the 32-yard line for this drive. All right, Chargers knocking on the 35-yard line. Herbert fakes the handoff, drops back, has time. He's going to take the check down. They're going to get back to the line. It's going to bring up third down now. So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now for the Chargers on their opening drive here the second half. All right, Chargers here on the 35-yard line. Need 7 yards for the first. Vidal in the backfield. Obviously expecting a pass on this one. Patriots going to send the blitz at Herbert. Herbert going to get outside the pocket. He's going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Ladd McConkey. Marcus Jones on him. 1v1, and Marcus Jones comes up big. So immediately 3 and out for the Chargers. That brings up 4th and 7. And so Herbert had the left side to be able to scramble. He does, tries to extend the play. Honestly, if he threw that ball a little bit more in stride, McConkey might have been able to make a play on that ball. But Herbert throws on the run, a little bit short, and Marcus Jones can make a play on it. So Patriots offense, getting the ball back. Schooler almost blocks the punt, man. So close. Oh, no, dude. Schooler was a hair away. I saw him coming off the edge, and I was like, Schooler is about to bull rush this thing. And he did exactly that. Times it perfectly, but just misses the football. Didn't rough the punter, thank God. But just misses it, man. Man, if that was blocked, that'd be a huge momentum changer. So Schooler just short of the blocked punt. Patriots are going to take over at the 19-yard line. So they've had to go the length of the field all game long. Drake drops back. Drake's going to take the check down at Ramondre Stevenson. Missed tackle. Ramondre's still going. He's going to get a first down. So good job by Stevenson to force the missed tackle and then keep going afterwards to get the first down. Like I said, I want to see more Ramondre in this half. What a play by Mondre. First and 10. Ramondre's already at 83 total yards. They're going to give this one off to Stevenson again. He's going to get about a yard. Ramondre looks like Blunt out there, dude. LG, man. I miss him. Although I feel like Blunt feels like he's more of an Eagle than a Patriot, which I don't like, but whatever, man. Teach their own. All right, second down. Drake drops back. Drake's going to go for Hunter Henry. And Hunter Henry catches that one through traffic, and that's a first down. So Drake May finally gets the ball in the hands of his playmakers. And Hunter Henry with the first reception against his former team. Blunt did have fumbling problems, I will say that. Drake drops back. Drake goes out to Kayshon Boutte. What happened to the Patriots? Dogs were leading in a playoff game. Like, what do you mean? What happened almost losing to the Jags today? Like, what do you mean? Like, I could say the same thing. I thought the Bills were supposed to be scary. You barely beat Trevor Lawrence. Like, come on, man. You won a playoff game. That's all that matters. And right now, the Patriots are leading, dog. So I don't, like, did you want them to be blowing out an opponent? Come on. You a hater, dog. That's all you are. That's all you are. You're a hater. Giving this one off to Henderson on 2nd and 6. He gets chased down. He'll get back to the line. So right now, Travion Henderson just not getting much going. Feels like a game where you play mostly Ramondre. It's 3rd and 6. Patriots at the 50. Drake drops back. Pressure's coming. Drake sends it off to Ramondre. That's another first down. Stevenson, baby. Stevenson is the Patriots offense today. Mr. AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Looks like he wants it for a second straight one. Great job by Ramondre to get out into space. And Drake just hits him. No Charger is picking up Ramondre and is able to just take that one after the catch. Drake May, 10 of 19 for 143 now. Across the 35, Drake's looking deep, but maybe not on the same page as Henry. Drake throws it deep, and Henry looks like maybe goes on an out route, maybe a miscommunication. 2nd and 10. I hope y'all win. I want you bums first round. You don't want the Patriots. Beat y'all, and then we shot ourselves from the foot when we blew a 21-point lead. Y'all should probably focus on Denver, though. Inside hits Stephon Diggs for this one. Looks like going to be just shy of a first. I mean, let's be honest. The Buffalo Bills have literally zero excuse to not make the Super Bowl. Oh, well, Patrick Mahomes is there, so we can't. But Joe Burrow is there, so we can't. But Lamar Jackson's there, so we can't. So, dog, you're telling me you needed 3 of the best quarterbacks in the league to go to the Super Bowl? I thought you were a good team. You should have needed 3 of the best quarterbacks out of the game, out of the playoffs for you to have a chance. Now, if the Bills don't make the Super Bowl this year, it's time to sell house, bro. It's time to sell house. Drake May with the fake pitch, and he gets the first on 3rd and 1. Drake May is a bad man. Drake May with a little bit of trickery puts on the magician hat. Looks like he's going to pitch it out to Ramondre. The Chargers defense bites, and Drake gets the first. Khalil Mack, the veteran, bites on the Drake May trickery, and the Patriots get the first. Why would I be coping, bro? What's there for me to cope about? See, that's what crybabies use. Crybabies use the coping excuse. That's the only excuse you got when I'm talking facts, baby. Kyle, bro, you are not in my head. Why would you be in my head, dog? You realize this is year 1 of a new system, right? Learn ball, my guy. Year 1 of a brand new system, and Drake May already looks better than Josh Allen did at this point in his career. 23 years old, already in the MVP conversation. How long did it take Josh Allen to do that? 2nd and 10, Drake May getting hit. Drake May loses the ball. Oweh again off the edge. So Drake May tries to do a little bit too much. Will Campbell gets beat off the edge, and ball goes on the ground. So Patriots still have the lead, but the Chargers take over. By the way, Josh Allen also lost his first playoff game, just for the record. I love how Bills fans come in when the Patriots are still up. Like, Bills fans will come in the second the Patriots have a bad play and be like, what happened? Like, what do you mean what happened? Look at the score. Are you slow or just a hater? Which one? Y'all should be focusing on the Denver Broncos, dog. All right, Justin Herbert drops back, has a whole lot of time. Herbert flies down the field. Broke up by Gonzo. There's going to be a flag on that one for what? Even Gonzo's confused. What do you mean? The ball was in play. How's that a flag? Incomplete pass, no foul. Pick up the flag. Thank you, refs, for doing your job. The ball hits Gonzo in the back. That wasn't going to be caught. No foul whatsoever. I mean, what ref threw that flag thinking that there was any type of penalty there to begin with? All right, 2nd and 10. Patriots looking like they're showing blitz, and they will. Herbert going deep again. Trying to go to Quentin Johnston. Carlton Davis, there's another flag. Of course, it's Carlton Davis too, right? They're going to call pass interference on Carlton Davis. They're going to call him for holding the right arm of Quentin Johnston, and Carlton Davis doesn't like the call. But, man, Carlton Davis, you've been getting called for this BS all year long, man. If every single one of your roommates has a problem with you, you're probably the problem. You're probably the problem. All right, Chargers at the 45-yard line. They toss this one outside to Vidal. Vidal is going to get only a yard, brought down by Jack Gibbons. They're going to give this ball off to Vidal again. Vidal running up, but going to be shy of the first. It's going to bring up 3rd down. So Marion Hampton really just not being utilized in this game. All right, 3rd and 4, just across the 50 at the 49-yard line for the Chargers. Patriots loading that right side. Barmore with the pressure. Barmore tries to bring him down, but misses. Herbert throws on the run. That's going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up 4th and 4. Defense does its job again. The Patriots overload the right side of the Chargers' offensive line. They get Herbert off platform. Herbert forced to throw on the run, and that is incomplete. All right, so the Patriots offense going to get the ball back. So the unfortunate turnover, Will Campbell flopping on his block. allows the Chargers defender to completely come in and strip Drake May. Ultimately ends up not mattering. Offense is going to have to step up and do his thing, man. Right now, they're just not doing it. Fortunately, can't rely on Ramondre to do all of the work by himself in this one. Drake's awareness certainly has to get better, right? Mike Vrabel preached all week long to these guys. It's just another game, right? Don't make it bigger than it needs to be, because that's when you start to get into your head. That's why Lamar Jackson, he sucks in the postseason, because he gets in his head too much. I think you're seeing that when the Patriots play up against like top 5 defenses in the NFL, that's when you need a true elite playmaker on the offensive side of the football. And, you know, the Patriots have done well spreading the football out. How many games have we seen Drake May have this season where he gave the ball to 6 or 7 different receivers? When you play up against a good defense, you can only do that so much. At some point, you need that playmaker. You need that difference maker, and this offense just doesn't have that. And I think that's what we're seeing in this game, is that in the passing game, there's no true difference maker right now. You know, double team Stephon Diggs, take him out of the game and force the other guys to win one-on-one. And do you trust Pop Douglas one-on-one? Do you continuously trust Kayshon Boutte one-on-one? Probably not. Again, what I would do if I'm the Patriots offense, I would switch this up a little bit. I would run more 12 personnel. I would get Austin Hooper. I would get Hunter Henry a little bit more involved in this one with just how bad the Chargers are up against tight ends. Feel like we haven't utilized those guys nearly enough. All right, Patriots taking over at the 15-yard line. Drake May sacked yet again. That's Jared Wilson, the rookie left guard, who all game long has been getting Drake May hit. Drake May's getting killed right now over from that left side. That's Tart who comes up with the sack. And Jared Wilson just trying to push him and acting like that's going to give him the football off here to Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to get a few of these yards back. That's going to bring up 3rd down already. Bench Jared Wilson for Benton Brown, dog. How much more do we need to see? Bench him. Bench him. All right, 3rd and 13. Going to need a huge play here for Drake. And they get it! That's Hunter Henry, the former Charger, who comes up big on 3rd and 13. You need a big play, you go to your difference makers, and Hunter Henry comes up big. Huge play. Clutch play by Drake. Clutch play by Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry now 2 receptions for 36 yards. Going to need a lot more of that from him. Patriots at the 31-yard line. Drake drops back. Left side protected. May has time. He's going deep. That's Boutte. Go, Boutte. Go. Go, Boutte. He's still going. 26-yard line just like that. Big play. Kayshon Boutte. We needed it. We needed it, and Kayshon Boutte delivers. What a play by Drake May. Nobody could find Boutte. I don't know who that is for the Chargers, but that guy's got to be cut tomorrow. Boutte put that guy on skates. 3 receptions, 50 yards now for Boutte. Hang on to the football, fellas. Ramondre running hard. Gets tripped up. Going to get stopped at the 22. All right, 2nd and 4. Got to get in the end zone. Let's capitalize. Drake drops back. Drake going deep. One-on-one. He had Austin Hooper wide open. He had Elijah Molden. Oh, the touchdown was right there. Third and 4. Drake drops back. Caught and then dropped by Demario Douglas, man. Fuck. So Patriots have to settle for a field goal. They had Austin Hooper wide open in the end zone. Andy Borgales puts it up, and the Patriots take a lead by 6. Man, right. Drake's got to come back from that one, man. I really want to see Drake May come back on the next drive offensively and go down the field to make up for that one, man. He's 23 years old, okay? Like the haters will say we're making excuses, but like no. Let's be genuine people for a second. Like let's not hate, let's not be rivals. Let's all sit down and just be human beings for a second and understand that this guy's also 23 years old. You can't say that in his first playoff game, oh, Drake May can't show up in the big games. Drake May is like a Lamar Jackson. He can't show up in the postseason. We don't know that. He's in his first playoff game. He's a young kid. He's in the NFL, right? It's his first year as a full-time starter. You can't come to these conclusions until you see them happen multiple times, right? We said the same thing about Josh Allen. Josh Allen lost his first playoff game. Did we say, oh, he can't do anything in the postseason? We said, no, we have to see what happens. Lamar Jackson was the exact same thing. And so, you know, Drake, if we get to a postseason game next year, right? Or not next year, but next week, if the Patriots win this game and they end up playing the Texans or the Steelers, like, yeah, you want to see Drake May take a step forward. But I think that you're clearly seeing that the moment is very, very big for him. And you understand it. You understand it. I just feel like he's never truly settled down, right? He's played with a lot of those inconsistencies. I feel like a lot of the work that Drake May's put in this offseason and really this entire season long to be a very different quarterback than he was in 2024, to where he capitalizes on those big moments, but he limits the turnovers. I feel like we're not seeing that in this game. I feel like we're seeing more of that 2024 version of Drake May and all of the work that he's put in over the last year and a half. It just kind of went out of his head, and he's purely acting on instinct because of the adrenaline that's in him. Got to settle that down. Got to play smart. Got to think about all of the changes you made to be where you are as an MVP candidate this season. All right, so the Chargers get the ball here. Chase down, and that's School, or that's Ponder. They get him behind the 20. That's Del Pettis, too. Special teams, man, they've done their jobs today. Credit to them. No pressure. 10 for 11, 93 yards for Herbert today. When he is pressured, he's 1 of 6. Sacked 2 times. So when Justin Herbert's pressured, he's doing literally nothing. But when they're giving him time and the Patriots aren't getting pressure, he's killing. So at the 19-yard line here for the Chargers, Ladd McConkey in motion. Herbert's going to fake the handoff. Herbert under pressure. Herbert sacked. The ball's on the ground. It's picked up by Vidal. So the Patriots sack Herbert. The ball's on the ground, and Vidal scoops it up and gets a first. Marcus Jones, the best playmaker for the Patriots, is the one that forces the fumble, and no one scoops it up except for the opposing team. Come on, man. Big break there for the Chargers. And even Vrabel can't believe it, man. Speaking of Vidal, he's going to get the run here on first. All right, Herbert drops back to pass. Has some pressure. Patriots trying to get him down, but he's going to get the first before he does. So Herbert having to use his legs yet again. That's going to be the end of the third quarter. So final quarter of regulation. Patriots are up by 6. This is what it all comes down to. You guys, I'm also thinking about doing the post-game recap tomorrow because we'll be on Bleacher Report after the game ends. And it's probably going to be like 12. And I feel like everybody's going to be asleep. So do you guys think we should do post-game tomorrow at like... Should we do post-game tomorrow at like 5? Like 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow? Should we do post-game then? Because I feel like a lot of people won't be up tomorrow. 12 is tomorrow. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah, you guys are funny. Look at you guys. Post-game tomorrow. Okay, everybody wants to do post-game tomorrow. Guys, I get it. Everybody works tomorrow. Everybody wants to get some sleep. We'll do post-game tomorrow. Post-game tomorrow, 5 p.m. Eastern. We're going to break down all of my thoughts about this game. So there we go. There we go. I have school. Man, you're up on a school night. That's a real Patriots fan right there. Dude, I remember when like Patriots Global first started, I was in my sophomore year of high school. So there was like a couple of years of running this channel where it would be like Sunday night football or like Monday night or Thursday night. And I'd be like, damn, it's 12 o'clock right now. And I got to be up in 6 hours. That was the worst. Is Rob joining? I'll give Rob the invitation. And as long as he's not working, we would love to have him. We would love to have him. So hopefully he's not working. 3:21 here in London. I'm not working tomorrow. That's smart. That's smart. I feel bad for you if you did. You said, nah, Patriots are in the playoffs. I ain't working tomorrow. Dude, that was me after we won Super Bowl 53. I was in my junior year of high school when the Patriots won Super Bowl 53, and I told my mom, I was like, I'm not going to school tomorrow. You got me messed up. She was like, they won. That's fair. That's fair. I'll actually be in London. I'm flying somewhere, so it's a layover. So I'm not gonna like be in London, but I'll be in the air. So I've never been to London before, man. I might step outside the airport for a little bit just to be like, oh, all right, this is what it's like. All right, Patriots send another blitz. That's Marcus Jones with the quarterback blitz. Herbert runs. He's going to get about 2 or 3 on the gain. And it looks like they missed a false start there by the Chargers offensive line. The Chargers have really gotten quite a few calls that have favored them today. All right, the Chargers are at the 46-yard line. Patriots with another blitz. That's Jalen Hawkins. Herbert throws to Quentin Johnston. Gonzo in coverage, and that ball is knocked out. Gonzo is slow to get up. Oh, no. Gonzo's slow to get up. He says he's all right. Maybe just got banged in the knee. Take a look at this. So Gonzo one-on-one, allowing him to play man coverage. Quentin Johnston catches the ball. Gonzo tries to make the interception, and it's bobbled between the two. Gonzo falls on his knee. Maybe that was the issue, but he's still on the field right now, so all looks good. It's 3rd and 7. Big play here by the defense. Ladd McConkey in motion. Patriots send another blitz flag on the play. Off the hands of Keenan Allen, so hopefully this is on the offense. Mike Vrabel says decline, so this will be on the Chargers. Illegal shift on the Chargers. That's incomplete. Let's go, baby. Let's go. 4th and 7, baby. Gonzo doing the damn job. Gonzo doing his thing. That's why you play Gonzo in man coverage. Gonzo does that. Come on, offense. Get the ball in the end zone. And Keenan Allen with the drop like that, you just don't see. Elijah Ponder in coverage on that one was an interesting decision, but all right, the ball goes in the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a touchback. Patriots will take over at the 20. The defense is playing better than the offense, and that's exactly what I expected, man. Like, I would say I'm a little bit surprised that the offense hasn't performed at least a little bit better. I mean, 9 points only, nothing in the end zone. I expected a little bit more from this offense, but this is what I expected. This is what I've been telling you guys all week long, including today. I said where the Patriots will have the advantage is their defense against the offensive line and LA's offense, right? Where it's going to be a real matchup for the Patriots is their offense against the Chargers defense. Patriots with a great offense, one of the best offenses in the league, statistically speaking, and even how they're graded out. But then you also have the Chargers, who, again, are a top 5 defense in total defense. They're 11th in sacks. They're 11th in takeaways. Very opportunistic. So, you know, it was going to be difficult. It was going to be difficult for the offense. I mean, even if you look at like the rushing defense, the Chargers are ranked 8th in the NFL in rushing defense. The Chargers are also ranked 9th in the NFL in scoring defense. And the Chargers are 4th in the NFL in red zone defense. So you can see what I mean when I say, like, in all aspects, of the imagination, the Patriots are playing one of the best defenses in the league here. I mean, the Chargers are ranked 5th in the NFL in passing defense. So I don't want Houston. Dude, if we win this game, man, go Steelers. Go Steelers. PG, do I think that the Pats are going to the Super Bowl, or do I think the Pats are going to the Super Bowl? No. Look, man, I was never someone who like thought that they would go. I think that the AFC, like, there's no elite opponent, like where it's like, oh, the Kansas City Chiefs every single year. Like, you just know that they're going. There's not one of those opponents here. There's not one of those teams in the AFC. And so I think the Patriots had as good of a chance as anyone else. Did I think that they were going to go there? No. And I think it can happen once you get to the postseason. But I think people have been really blinded on that this is year one of a brand new regime for the Patriots, and they've played well past expectations. Like, everybody thinks that this is like the Tom Brady Patriots all of a sudden. Drake May has time. Drake takes the check down. That's Pop Douglas. Gain of but thankfully he was down. Pop Douglas, not exactly having the game that I was hoping. Dog's always tripping or fumbling. And Pop is definitely down before the ball comes out. 2nd and 7. Drake drops back. Drake's looking. 2. That's Jack Westover. How about that? The fullback, the 3rd string tight end comes on in, and Jack Westover with, what, his 2nd catch of the season? Comes and gets a first down reception, man. Jack Westover. Hey, we don't care how we get it done, man. Just get it done. Win this thing, baby. Come on. Come on, Pats. Ramondre Stevenson in the backfield. Jack Westover in at fullback. Ramondre still going. Pretty good carry there. About 5 yards. All right, 2nd and 6. Drake drops back. Drake's going to go outside. That's Kayshon Boutte. Kayshon's still going. Go, Boutte. Oh, and he goes out of bounds. Kayshon Boutte is forcing missed tackle after missed tackle after missed tackle. Kayshon Boutte moving the chains, man. I don't think he's necessarily been as productive as a Matt Collins, but man, oh man, is he making guys miss in this one. For a guy that you expect to just be a contested 50-50 guy, damn, is Boutte doing his thing. Oh, if only he stayed in bounds, bro. All right, Patriots inside the 50. They're at the 49-yard line. Pop in motion. Ramondre on the field. Drake drops back. Drake's gonna run. Drake escapes the pressure. Drake gets outside. It's gonna be just shy of the first down, but what should have been a sack, Drake May turns into almost a first down. James comes in with a $2 donation and says, Pats are playing bad offense this game. Hey, man, don't jinx it. They're doing well right now. But, yeah, the offense hasn't exactly been what you wanted it to for 4 quarters. That's for sure. But, hey, sometimes you have games like that. Look at Super Bowl 53. The offense didn't do its thing. They made a couple of plays when it mattered most, and the defense did its job. Sometimes you just have games like that, right? Sometimes you just have games. 2nd and 2. Ramondre on the field. They're going pony formation with Westover and Mondre. Flag on the play. Oh, never mind. Going to be a timeout on a 2nd and 2. Man, it's coming down to the wire, man. Guys, look, like, I'm going to keep it a buck. All right? Just get the win today. And, like, me personally, I don't care what happens the rest of the postseason. Now, do I want to go to the Super Bowl? Do I want to win a damn Lombardi? Of freaking course I do. Are you kidding me? Let's not be stupid. But what I'm saying is that if they get a playoff win for the first time since they won Super Bowl 53, like they have completely blown off all expectations from this season. Like if they win today and they get a playoff win, this season went better than anybody possibly expected. So again, if you get a playoff win today, I really don't care what happens next week. I don't care what happens 2 weeks from now. I don't care what happens 3 weeks from now. This was an insane step forward for year one of a brand new regime. And I'm so excited to see what year two is going to look like for this team. So excited. Shout out Mad Dog with a $2 donation, said go Bills. You know what, Mad Dog? That was smart. Because you said, you know what? I know if I type it in the regular chat, he won't say it. So I had to read the troll tax. That was smart of you. I respect that. Smart Bills fan, Mad Dog. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Pat's DM10 comes in with a $10 donation. He's more than one up, and you're like 5 up in the Bills fan, and he says, go Pats. So we had a Bills fan. We had Mad Dog coming here saying, go Bills. Patriots Nation says, oh, hell no. We ain't doing that here. Go Pats. $10 donation, man. Shout out Pat's DM10. My guy, appreciate you. Let's see. We got Bryson coming in here with a $2 donation. Says, finish this game, man. I'm with you. It's not pretty. It's not going to end pretty. I don't think Patriots fans were expecting it to be pretty. We just want the win. That is all that frickin' matters, baby. That is all that matters. So even if they kick a field goal, they can go up by 2 possessions because they'll go up by 9 points. But ideally, punch this baby into the end zone and really go up because there's still a lot of time on that clock. There's still 10 minutes and 33 seconds left. So a lot of football to still be played. So 2nd and 2. That's Ramondre Stevenson, Jack Westover in the backfield. Ramondre Stevenson gets the first down. And more Patriots inside the 30 now. Shout out to the workhorse, Ramondre Stevenson. God, I love you. God, Ramondre, you're staying on the team next year, dog. You know what? And if they try to cut you, we're starting a GoFundMe. We're going to start one of those. Oh, shoot. What's it called, bro? What's it called where everybody, a petition. We're going to sign a petition list if they try to let him go. Ramondre, baby, you're back. I'll make sure of it. All right, let's see. Hunter Henry in motion. Henderson in the backfield. May under pressure, but May has time. May, touchdown! Yes! 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 Oh, Hunter Henry, touchdown! When they needed it most, they got the touchdown. 7 plays, 80 yards, 4 minutes off the board. And the Patriots go up 16-3 with 9 minutes left in the game. And Gillette Stadium is going crazy. Oh, man, where were those Bills fan bums, man, who are coming in here when Drake May fumbled the ball? And we're all out here like, oh, that's your MVP. Oh, the Patriot. I thought you were good. Oh. Where are you at now? I don't see you. Let's go, baby. Come on. Let's finish this thing off. There's still too much time on the clock. Don't take your foot off the gas. Man. And Travion Henderson, for a guy that we said, his blocking hasn't been that good, he made a pivotal block that gave Drake May the time to be able to get that ball down to Hunter Henry in the end zone. And Hunter Henry, a touchdown against his former team. How poetic. Mad Dog comes back in with a $5 donation, says, I'm joking, but I've been in the roundtable for a while since the last guy, Mr. Master at work. You're great. You're great, and I love you. Go Bills, and let's have fun. Mad Dog, you're a good Bills fan, man. When I go after Bills fans, just know you're not one of them. You're a good one. You're on like the list of put those guys to the side. They're actually good ones. So much love to you, Mad Dog. I appreciate you for supporting the channel. I appreciate you for supporting the AFC East Roundtable, man. Truly means a lot to all of us. Hey, a big $20 donation from Pat's DM10, man. I'm so hyped right now. I can't even speak. Let's go, baby. Gosh, I feel like this game for like 3 quarters was just dragging and dragging and dragging. And now it's like, okay, Justin Herbert, you're down by 13 points. What are you going to do? This is where the Patriots defense can really do its job. Because I said earlier in preparation for this game, put Justin Herbert in a situation where you have to throw. Don't give him a running game. Because that's when this Patriots pass rush can pin their ears back. They can get to the quarterback. They can find unique ways to send blitzes. Because all you have to worry about is preventing the pass. Play man-to-man coverage, send blitzes. That's how you win this football game. And now that they're down by 13 with 9 minutes left, they're going to be forced to throw the football. Let's go, Pat's DM10. Let's go, baby. Justin Herbert drops back. He is going to pass, but there's a flag on the play. False start. That's going to be on Sailor. That's going to be their offensive tackle. He got one of those earlier. So Gonzo's questionable to return with a head injury. Oh, so Johnson kind of slammed Gonzo's head on the ground there. So Christian Gonzalez questionable to return with a head injury. Something to watch there. Patriots have to be sending pressure now with Gonzo out. Herbert under pressure. Herbert trying to get outside. Herbert still going. Before he gets pushed out of bounds by Marcus Jones. Not exactly when you want Gonzo out of the game, right? Like when you're forced to pass the ball and you're out your top cornerback, not exactly what you want. Patriots playing more zone now with Gonzo out. Something to watch. Pats bring the pressure. Herbert gets outside again. And then Herbert slides. Patriots edge lost the leverage there. He slipped, and that's what allowed Justin Herbert to get outside. I'm trying to see who this was that slipped, because then you had Caleb Chason trying to make up for it, and then Chason slips. So I'm not sure who the initial Patriots edge was that slipped and lost the leverage, but that killed him. Herbert with time. Herbert throws the ball. That's out of bounds. Looking for Keenan Allen. 2nd and 10 now. All right, Herbert drops back. That's Elijah Punter. They got Herbert down. It's a fumble. That's a fumble. Is that the recovered? Herbert shaken up, but did we recover that? Is that an official fumble? Herbert got mauled. Confirm the fumble before I get hype. Confirm the fumble. Patriots are celebrating. That's a fumble, right? Herbert on the ground. Herbert, that's a fumble! Recovered by Christian Ellis. What a huge play at this point in the game. Oh my God. Oh my God. Down by 13, and Herbert gets bent over and fumbles. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments, and that is exactly what these guys are doing right now. Drake May, back against the wall. You need him. Finds Hunter Henry. Defense, put this thing away. What do? They force a fumble. Man, I don't see do y'all see a single one of those Bills fans in the chat? Real quick. Okay, you know what, Chris? I'll give you respect. You're still here. He says, go Bills. Chris came in at the perfect time. But, I mean, outside of that, man, where did those Bills fans go that were trolling earlier saying that we were coping? Where they at? Where they at? The narrative didn't work for you, so you went home? Come on, son. Come on, son. Bills versus Broncos. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I have the Bills in that game. I'll be honest with you. I got the Bills beating the Broncos. So, see, Bills fans can't be mad at me because I just took y'all to beat the Broncos. I do feel bad for Herbert, though. Obviously, I don't want him to win or have a good game when he plays the Patriots, but I really do like Herbert. Hope Gonzo's okay, though. Dude, I thought it was like a knee or an ankle injury, but ended up being a head injury because he was like slow to get up. And it looked like he was grabbing like his knee. It's always interesting when things end up being head injuries and the player always ends up grabbing their foot. But yeah, we'll have to see because maybe he's in concussion protocol. So hopefully all is good and hopefully he can play, next week. Gonzo's playing really well. And guys, Gonzo's playing well. Ironically, you're playing mostly man-to-man defense. I don't know. Maybe it's a clear sign to play, dare I say, man-to-man defense. Was that Chason who forced the fumble? Patriots are taking over here at the 45-yard line. Henderson in the backfield. Drake's going to give it off to Henderson. Henderson, good run here on first. Going to be about 3 or 4 yards short of the first. All right, Drake's going to give the ball off again to Henderson. Henderson this time going to be stopped for a loss on 2nd and 4. So come on, let's not take our foot off the gas too much now. Third and 6. Pop comes back in. Drake gets blown up. Jared Wilson recovers. Is there a flag on the play? I saw something fly up. Maybe that was a piece of paper. Looked like a flag, but Drake May got clocked while he was trying to throw. And Jared Wilson thankfully comes down with the ball. Now, Jared Wilson does recover, but Jared Wilson was also the guy who let his blocker through. So Patriots punting the football back. They don't drain much on the clock here, but they're going to try to bring it down as much as possible. If I were them, I'd even take the extra the loss of 5 and just take the flag. They will not. They'll punt with 1 second left. And the Chargers are going to be down at the 11-yard line. Yeah, Ben Brown should be getting that start. Drake May got clocked on that one, though. I would love to see what Drake May's average time to throw ends up being in this game. Yeah, I think Jared Wilson is a I think Jared Wilson's a center, man. I don't think he's the left guard. Drake May struggling today. Yeah, I think it's really mainly because of the pressure. He's been pressured, feels like, all game long. And when Drake May gets pressured, we start to see that 2024 version of him where he starts being a little bit more erratic with the football. I mean, he had the interception, he had the fumble, he had the almost fumble. Well, I mean, I guess it was still technically a fumble, but it was just recovered by the Patriots just a couple of plays ago. And so he definitely has to be better. But the offensive line also has to keep him protected. And a lot of the pressure that Drake May is dealing with is coming from the interior, mainly from the left side, too. Like, if you look at all the pressure he's being sustained with, it's because Jared Wilson and Will Campbell are kind of blowing their assignments. Honestly, it just feels like the young Bucks are young Bucks, right? They're in their first playoff game, and maybe the moment's a little bit too big. Drake May struggling a little bit. Jared Wilson, Will Campbell struggling a little bit. Yeah, the Chargers defense is very good. Like, you're not going to play many more defenses that are better than the Chargers. Brooke out of nowhere. Man, shout out Brooke. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. The queen of the channel says it herself. Says it herself. All right, Patriots send the blitz here. Robert Spillane, flag on the play. False start by the Chargers. 5-yard penalty. Going to replay first. Shout out to John, who comes in, who says, I did hit the like button, everyone. Make sure you guys be more like him. Be more like Jean Paul. All right, Herbert drops back. Herbert getting outside. Throws to Vidal. On 1st and 15, that's actually a great gain for them. So Herbert, under pressure, gets outside and hits his check down. 2nd and 4 now for the Chargers. How much time is left? There's still 5 minutes. Herbert drops back. Herbert throws to McConkey once the face mask call, doesn't get it. No, that's Robert Spillane who twists the face mask. No call, though. 1st and 10 nonetheless. Herbert drops back. Herbert hits his check down. That's Quentin Johnston. Spillane brings him down. It's going to be 2nd down. Patriots are showing blitz, and they will blitz. And that's heat on Herbert's back. That's incomplete. Maybe Robert Spillane had an opportunity to get his hands on that one. Chason not on the field right now, trying to take a minute to catch his breath. 3rd and 2. This one. Oh, that's a safety blitz. And the Patriots, oh! And they get Herbert down. That's Anthony Jennings. Oh, and that brings up 4th and long, a sack at the worst moment for the Chargers. Anthony Jennings, what a play. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. Milton Williams goes out. Anthony Jennings comes in and just completely unblocked levels Herbert. Oh my gosh. What a huge play. I mean, you got to think 4 minutes, 10 seconds, 4th and 9. You got to think that they go for this. All right, Patriots, free rusher, but Herbert gets the ball off. Gadsden comes up, their tight end, to make the play. So they go for it on 4th. Damn, so fresh set of downs here for the Chargers at the 35-yard line. Herbert goes outside to Quentin Johnston. Gain of 9. He's wrapped up by Charles Woods, who substituted in for Gonzo. Herbert goes out to Gadsden again. They're across the 50, 46-yard line. So Patriots substituting their guys on. Durden comes on the field. Milton Williams comes off. Harold Landry, Anthony Jennings on the field. Herbert gets the ball out here to Ladd McConkey. It's going to be stopped by Christian Ellis. 3rd down. Or 2nd and 4, rather. Herbert drops back. Herbert goes out to Trey Harris, the rookie. So it's a fresh set of downs again for the Chargers. They're at the 35. Herbert drops back. Patriots are just gassed. Herbert throws on the run. That goes out of bounds. Herbert looked like he was about to get hit and just fired the ball out of bounds. Craig Woodson in coverage. All right, Herbert drops back. Herbert under pressure, tries to get outside. Herbert is going to gain about 1 or 2 on that one before brought down by Christian Ellis. 2-minute warning coming here. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Herbert goes, tries to hit Keenan Allen going up against Carlton Davis, but that's going to be incomplete. Ball was a little bit too ahead of him. That's 4th and 9 now for the Chargers. Obviously, they have to go for this one. Down multiple possessions. This is going to decide the game right here. What a boring this game was, but good game, Colby, man. I appreciate you, Chris. I appreciate you. I understand, like, if you're not a fan of either of these teams, it probably wasn't the game you were hoping it would be, which is fair. Which is fair. If it's not like a high offensive scoring game, people tend to not like it. Well, but the thing is, this is just the first year of the rebuild. Exactly, man. That's the scary part, right? That's the scary part. Big shout out to S27 for the $2 donation who says defense has been special tonight. May, thumbs down. Yeah, the defense did its job. But like I told you guys, man, this is exactly what I expected. And, you just hope that May's able to learn from this, calm down a little bit. Hopefully they play the Pittsburgh Steelers next week, and that's an opponent well. And, Drake May can kind of come out here and calm down and show MVP Drake May because, in this game, he certainly didn't. And yes, this is one of the best defenses in the NFL. In every single category, pretty much, the Chargers are a top 10 defense, right? Top 5 in total defense. So wasn't going to be easy, but I think we're seeing why in the offseason you have to get that number one weapon. Everyone's saying, well, the core is good enough. It's like, no, because when you get into the postseason and you play these top tier teams with top tier defenses, you need that like true number one game changing guy. And Patriots just don't have that. Shout out to Diehard Pats fan for the $10 donation. Says, thanks for all you've been doing for us this season, PG. Hey, baby, we're not done yet. Lot to still do. And then, of course, we got offseason content to talk about. Roundtable Sports, the end of the month. We'll be at the Senior Bowl, and then we'll be at the Super Bowl. So a lot of content coming your guys' way. 4th and 9. Patriots take a timeout, though. Make sure you guys slam that thumbs up button. Like the video if you haven't already. Help support us tremendously when you guys like the video. And of course, subscribe to the channel. Over 50% of the people that watch the channel aren't even subscribed. So subscribe to the channel. Help your boy. Helps go a long way. Like I said, guys, the post-game recap, I know it's going to be really late, so we're going to do post-game recap tomorrow at 5 p.m. All right, 4th and 9. This is to decide the game. Herbert fakes the handoff. I'm not sure why. Herbert is brought down. Milton Williams, $26 million a year himself. 2 sacks on the game now. What a return, and he calls game. The Patriots take over, still up by 13 points and under 2 minutes left in the game. The Patriots are going to walk away with this one. First postseason win since Super Bowl 53. Monkey is off the back. Oh my gosh, let's go. Oh my gosh. Everybody fire up in the chat. Let's go, baby. What'd I tell y'all? I'll tweet this out. Pat's DM10 comes in with another $10 donation and says, Milton, let's go, Pats. Yeah, 2 sacks on the day now. And Milton Williams and Mike Vrabel hugging on the sidelines after that one. Man, I can only imagine what Mike Vrabel's telling to him. Milton Williams has deserved every single one of those, every single penny, I should say, to that contract. It's 2nd and 9 for the Pats. Henderson gets the first, and this game is officially done. The Chargers can take one more timeout, and that's it. This thing has come to an end. Oh, Milton Williams definitely hit Mike Vrabel with his helmet. Vrabel's bleeding a little bit. Oh, man, Vrabel himself. Ah, man, so where the Bills fans at? Where the Bills fans at? They said, okay, so for you to be a legitimate team, for you to not be a scheduled merchant, you have to go win a postseason game. Just want a postseason game. What's the excuse now? What's the excuse now? Man, what a win, man. What I say? What did I say? Yeah. What did I say? Come on, son. Come on, son. Drake May, first postseason game of his career. Drake May, first postseason win of his career. I'm smoking that Chargers pack, baby. Die Hard says, keep those travel bags packed, my brother. Sounds like you are going places. And I ain't just meaning Super Bowl and Senior Bowl and Super Bowl. You're the man for all things Pats. Hey, Die Hard, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Thank you. Bryson comes in, $2 donation. Says, ball game. Yep, that Henderson run That Henderson run did it. This now means that the New England Patriots will be hosting either the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Houston Texans next week. So tomorrow's game, make sure you guys watch that because that's going to decide who the Patriots play, and you're going to want to get a good idea on what to expect. So make sure you guys watch tomorrow's football game. MJ comes in with a $2 donation, says, I sincerely feel so bad for Herbert. Yeah, man, that guy's got to leave the Chargers. That guy's got to leave the Chargers if he wants an opportunity because it doesn't matter who's there. That guy just keeps getting screwed over. Poor guy was getting killed all game long. Poor guy, man. Everyone lit the chat. Isaiah comes in, $5 donation. Where's the people that said we were first round exits? Oh, yeah. Where they at? I don't see a first round exit. First round exit? Huh? Hey, where's Mr. Steal Christmas? Where's Mr. Grinch Man? Huh? Like I'll tell you guys, every single time that guy comes in and comments something, every single time that man has been wrong. That man has been wrong every time. Honestly, we might want him to come and say we're going to lose next week so that we win. I'll be honest with you. First round exits didn't happen. Scheduled merchants didn't happen. Keep talking your BS because everybody who has used those excuses, they have been the crybabies the whole freaking time. Patriots fans were right. Rest of the league was wrong. But guys, we're going to head on over to Bleacher Report right now to do our post-game recap. We will be live back on the channel tomorrow at 5. I was going to say 5:30. We'll do 5 p.m. Eastern. So 5 p.m. Eastern, we'll be back on the channel tomorrow. I guess technically later today. Is it 12? No. So tomorrow, we'll be back at 5 p.m. Eastern to do our post-game recap because I know a lot of you are going to be asleep. So everybody asked if we could do it tomorrow. So we will. So guys, that's going to wrap it on up for today's video. I appreciate you guys for watching and make sure you guys stay tuned. We got a lot of content coming out for you guys this week. And of course, on top of our post-game recap tomorrow, top of the other content that will come out later this week, we also have another watch party next week, baby. So make sure you guys stay tuned because we are not done yet. Go Pats, baby.